report today is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me. Other hand, ma'am. Sorry.
Yes.
Other hand, ma'am. Sorry. It's your right hand, ma'am.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
All right. You too, sir? Also, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. You both put your hands down. Here you go. Ms. Elbert, I'm not sure. I thought you were here I thought I saw your name earlier today when you were here at the, when the court made its opening information dial. Well, I did my opening information. Under Texas law, guideline child support is guideline child support. If that's what you earned, that's what the legislature says is the fair and equitable amount. If you're going to go ahead and ask the court for deviation, you got to give the court a legal reason. And again, the legal reason cannot, well, it can be that you can't afford it. I'm sorry, that can be a reason, but that will probably not be sufficient to deviate from guideline support. I need to know something that's out of the ordinary or an extraordinary expense that you might have that the average Texan doesn't have. So the bottom line is, ma'am, like I said earlier, the burden of proof falls on you to show why guidelines should not be ordered. And if you cannot meet that burden of proof, the court has no other choice than to order what the legislature says I'm supposed to order. So at this time, I'm going to go ahead and let the state call you both as witnesses, and we'll proceed at that from this point. And state, may go ahead and call your first witness, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. I think this time around, Your Honor, I'll call Brenda Elpin first.
Thank you.
What is your full name, Ms. Elpin?
Brenda Elizabeth Elpin.
What is the full name of the child in this case?
Aubrey Michelle Elpin.
And when was Aubrey born?
November 11, 2012.
So it wasn't November 19, 2011?
November, yes, 19.
It's kind of odd that it's kind of odd that the mother don't remember the day she gave birth to her child. That's kind of odd. And most women could even tell you the hour, the minute, down to, it's kind of weird that she didn't even remember the day of her childbirth.
Sorry. I worked 12-hour shift last night. I've been up right now.
I understand, ma'am. So, can you briefly tell the court what is your main? Well, actually, do you understand we are talking about the child support review order modification that you didn't sign?
Yes.
So what is
originally we had? I'm sorry.
So, I'm about to get there, ma'am. What is your? Please briefly tell the court what is your main disagreement with that order?
Just that we had originally agreed on something. We came to an agreement that I was going to pay for when I was in school, right before I finished school. There was a surgery. I was going to pay for that. We had came to an agreement, but even prior to that, through our divorce, if I had custody of our child, there was no child support. It was going to be 50-50. Hey, if you need this, it was going to be the same on me, and we both agreed.
Is this agreement? Was this?
But now,
was this?
Obviously, it changed.
Ma'am.
Now it changed. I'm sorry.
So was this was an oral agreement between y'all? Like
yes,
talking?
And it was through divorce.
So this was before the divorce decree.
Yes, and it was set on the divorce decree that there wasn't going to be no child support. But
is that your only agreement with the order here?
No. And now, I mean, after I'm trying to explain, like after 3 years, I guess this is why he's bringing up now this order of child support. So now this is the amount, and during the agreement or what we were trying to come to an agreement to, it was going to be, I believe, $4,000 $450 or something like that, with me paying the medical, or I don't know. It was something we had agreed, but then he changed his mind right before we finished that session, which was 2 weeks ago, and he was like, "Nope, never mind. I want the full amount." So I'm like, okay, I can't do the full amount. I'm in the middle of trying to get a consolidation with all my credit cards.
You know, so funny about when women got to take responsibility for the things that they create, right? Men don't get the opportunity to say that they're in the middle of taking care of their credit cards or refinancing, or men don't get that opportunity. The courts don't care about none of that stuff, right? It's you know, you're not a good parent, you're this, and they drag men, they bankrupt men to see their children, right? Now, I say this to everybody. An oral agreement is not binding, okay? It isn't. It's between you and the other parent. And I guess the reason why this gentleman is asking for an amendment is because she finished nursing school and she's now making more and he's requiring more. Now, if the shoe was on the other foot and the man got more in his salary because he got an upgrade in his salary, women will go back to court and say, well, he's making more, so I'm asking for more. And most likely the court would grant it. They would actually grant it because you're not, listen, child care is expensive, right? So the fact that now for what I'm understanding, I think he has the child, because he can't be asking for more child support unless he has a child. So her argument is that she's now trying to refinance and take care of her credit cards, so she should not be responsible for more, right? But like I said, if this was on the other foot, men get held to a higher standards or accountability than women. So when women are held accountable, their emotions come out. She's not talking about anything legal. She's talking about how her finance is going to come out. Ma'am, welcome to equality. This is what you do as a parent when you divorce your husband and your husband has the child. Same thing when the woman has the child, they drag the man through the mud. He loses everything, right? So, ma'am, I don't feel sorry for you. I just want you to see what men go through. So, this is your medicine.
Just because I just
Stop. Now stop. You're not allowed to go into a narrative, okay? The state has allowed you to ask you questions.
I'm
you
sorry.
answer the questions. At the end, you can make a closing statement, closing argument if you wish. But for right now, you just need to listen to the question, answer the question, and stop. I get it, ma'am. Yeah.
And it's funny because she's not bringing up any legal basis for why the amended child support document cannot be made, right? She just feels that because she's making more money, he's coming after her. But that's what women do, right? When men start making more money, you guys require more money. So why is it different when you now are making more money, you feel that he should not be able to get more money from you? It's ridiculous how women think.
Original order had a zero child support that was done by agreement, correct, ma'am?
I'm sorry, what?
The original order in your case, custody order, divorce, whatever it was, it had a zero amount of child support order, correct?
Yes.
And that was by agreement?
Yes.
All right, thank you, ma'am. I'll let the state proceed with the next question, and I'm looking at the date of the order, okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. What is your current employment?
Mine?
Mm-hmm. What do you do?
I'm a nurse.
And how much do you make as a nurse?
$27.80.
And how many hours per week do you work?
37, 38.
And
I work 3-hour shifts.
What state do you live in, ma'am?
New Mexico.
And Your Honor, I should note that we included New Mexico's income tax as a credit to her. That's the witness.
All right, ma'am. I know you're not a lawyer, and here's what it is, ma'am. Under Texas law, your agreement was your agreement. But after a period, and I'll relook this up to confirm, but I hadn't looked at it in a couple of years, and I don't think the legislature has changed it. But after 3 years, that's carved in stone. That was, zero child support was the amount that was agreed to. So that's the way it is. However, upon modification of that child support after 3 years, the state and the father, the father has the absolute right to ask for a child support modification, and in order that it be set at the guideline amount. And right now, based on what you earn, including and taking out income tax and the things that Social Security, Medicare, Medicare, and your income tax from the state of New Mexico, this is what the state is telling me is the guideline amount that the law requires me to order. And for me to do something differently at this point, you're going to give me a legal reason to do so, ma'am. Again, like I said earlier, it definitely can't be that you can't afford it. I need some other data. So something that's special, that's out of the ordinary for anybody else. Because the bottom line is, Mr. Elford has the right to ask for that, and I have the obligation to order it. So at this time, you need to tell the court why the court should not follow what the Texas law says I'm supposed to do at this point, based on the fact that the Texas was where you got your divorce, and Mr. Elford and the child still reside here. So at this time, ma'am, what else can you tell me?
I mean, I don't know what else you want me to say other than obviously that's a big amount. I'm in the middle of consolidating all my credit cards, everything that I have to do, and I don't have that amount until January, just because, like I told Seth, hey, I just finished school, less than 6 months ago. So my whole financial, it's like I'm stabilizing everything. So it's never been a reason of I'm not going to pay, or I don't want to, or I'm fighting it. I'm not doing that. It's just let me get my financials together, and I will.
All right, ma'am. Are you saying
that was it?
Are you saying that obviously this order starts before January 1st of next year? Are you saying that based on your circumstances that it'll be best? If I had to order it, you would want to order the first day of January instead of the current order, or is it now ordering it now? Or are you requesting a different amount?
It's already ordered January 1st, Your Honor.
Is that for January 1st? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, I didn't know that. I think it was more, I don't know. It's a big amount. I mean, it is a big amount. I don't know how much I'm going to have to pay for my consolidation. As of right now, the estimate is about $1,000.
You see how people want pity, and people want you to see their side of the story. They're divorced. She moved to New Mexico, and the child is in Texas. Because Texas law is kind of different. You just can't move the child out of the state just like that. So she decided to divorce and move to New Mexico. She was a nursing student, and now she finished nursing school, and she has a bunch of credit cards. But that's what usually happens once you divorce your spouse. So you have to start consolidating credit cards, and I guess she's been living off credit cards. So now the judges have to determine. Based on the modification now, is it going to be granted? And based on the modification, and since she has no legal reason for why this modification should not be granted, the judge is going to go ahead and I think grant this modification. I'm going to just move forward just to get this going and see where we are with the judge's decision.
Present the child support review order with the attachment showing this is what the court has ordered based on the testimony and circumstances. Again, ma'am, you have the absolute right not to sign this. You have the absolute right to appeal or de novo this. You can do whatever you feel like is in your best interest, ma'am. But again, the court at this time is following what the law requires, and it's up to you. If you want to try to request something different, you can. But based on what I have here today, folks, this is what the law is going to require me to do, and it's so ordered. Is there anything specifically the state needs me to rule upon at this point, sir?
Basically, Your Honor, so essentially you're confirming the order as is.
Yes, sir.
That's it, Your Honor.
And that includes with the child visitations, right? Because I haven't seen my child in over a year.
Hey, stop. Here's your ma'am. This order only pertains.
Just saying, just asking.
Okay, this order only pertains to the modification of child support. Your original divorce decree is what is what your visitation order is about. All right. Y'all didn't change anything in visitation in this order, did you, Mr. Welch?
No, Your Honor. This is just child support, the health insurance, which is through Mr. Elpin, no dental. That's about it.
All right, so whatever your order is for your visitation, that's the order that still is controlled. While the state now can't give you any legal advice on that, you may want to talk to your own lawyer about what your rights are under that. But obviously, that's the order that is in effect right now. This order only modifies the child support aspect of your prior decree of divorce. Any other questions, ma'am?
No.
All right, Mr. Elpin, anything else, sir?
No, sir.
All right, Mr. Welch, I will await court calls in this matter for either party, and I'll ask the state to prepare the order and circulate it for review and then forward it to the court. So, may the parties be excused, Mr. Welch, or you want to back and break out to look at the prepared order?
Back and break out, Your Honor. The only thing I'll need to change is that.
I'm going to stop the tape right there. And ladies, welcome to being man's world. This is what we have to go through when child support shows up. The courts have no empathy or sympathy for men when we go to court. So understand that. You can't come out and tell them how you feel or the time limit on the time limit when you feel that you're going to be ready. Men don't get that opportunity, so you can't get that opportunity. So, ladies, you want equal rights and equal opportunity, here you go. Everyone, let me know what you think about this in the comments. I'm going to post more videos like this about women who don't want to pay child support.